is the new bar. This is the old bar that we cut out. This is roughly where the old bar actually sat. And you can see that we've added a few inches, but we are kind of cockeyed in there a little bit. This is a Harbor Freight bender. After calling multiple people that I knew that would possibly have one, nobody had one with the right size die. What it would cost to buy a new die for their machine was more expensive than me buying this machine from Harbor Freight. Now, given this is not the most expensive pipe bender you can buy, and it comes with some flaws. You can crimp and deform your pipe, so we're just gonna take it easy and see how it goes. Okay, Code, I'll hold this, kinda.
Is it bending?
Yeah, I see it bending, yep. Keep going. We need to bolt that pig to something. I've got those big steel beams outside. We could bring one in. How's it look? I mean...
It doesn't look crimped.
No, it looks like it's not deforming it. I don't think you should put your hand in there yet. Yeah. Keep it going. First bend looked pretty good. Second bend, the key to the second bend is making sure that this is parallel or perpendicular exactly to whatever piece you're trying to create. If this is sitting sideways at all, you'll have two pieces that will be squampy. Fixable, but we don't want to have to worry about it. So you just make sure it's parallel to begin with and then start going it. And this bender is actually meant to sit up and down or on the ground. Do you want a bigger bar?
I know there needs to be.
Maybe a little more leverage or something on there.
I don't have any bigger bars. Okay, so we bent our bar and we set everything down just to see how it looks, like a rough
mock-up.
Yeah, we had our first pipe bent, but we were kind of new to the pipe bender, so we bent it a little wide, and then we did it a second time with a different pipe. That was still a little wide, but we got it to fit. So right now we are gonna weld this bar to the frame, and then we are gonna bolt the axle actually on.
So I think what we've got to do first, well, I'm torn. Maybe that's right. You kind of misspoke, but I think that was serendipity. What I was thinking we'd do is cut this bar because we're a little bit still wide. See, this is how we want it to fit on that bar. This one's not quite fitting that way because we're just a little bit wide, and this other bar was way wider, but we live and we learn. Yeah. So I was thinking we'd cut it, fit it, and then weld it in place, but maybe that will be better. Maybe we will tack it onto the frame. Mm-hmm. Then we can go in and cut this and whittle out however much we need to get it to flex into place.
And then we tack that.
Yep, and then we can go back in and weld this.
I'll probably do it all the way.
I think that's a great idea, Cody. That's a great idea. Okay, so let's move our motor and our plate. We went and bought some plate from a steel fab shop.
So the engine has something to sit on?
Yep, so we've got an engine plate. Also, it'll give them a platform for other stuff to sit maybe later on.
A chair on.
Yeah, well, whatever you want. Maybe. We're gonna make it decked out and cool and fun, but it gives you a place for that motor to sit securely.
Mm-hmm.
You got that? Don't throw out your back.
I don't remember which way.
Just like that?
It's not heavy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just awkward. Can you get it out over there, that far? There we go. Okay. Grab our steel plate. Be so careful because those edges are razor sharp. Mm-hmm. When they're cut from the steel fab shops, they're burry a little bit. They can cut through anything. So you just really have to be careful. I've got quite a few cuts from raw steel just going right through your skin.
Okay, so
let's I think we need to get your go-kart back on our sawhorses and then put it in place. Yeah?
Yeah.
Think you got that back end?
Yeah.
I'll grab this end. Ready?
Yeah. Oh. It's so much lighter now.
Yeah, it's way lighter. That motor is the bulk of the weight on this thing. Okay, Does that feel good right there? This is the new bar. This is the old bar that we cut out. This is roughly where the old bar actually sat. And you can see that we've added a few inches, but we are kind of cockeyed in there a little bit. This side sticks out a little bit further than that one.
So we're just gonna hit this out a little bit till it's all the way lined up. And then we are gonna take our buff grinder. And for welding, you always need a clean space, or sometimes it won't spark and stuff.
We've taken a tape measure and running it from the front end to the back end. This side is at like 57 inches, almost dead on. When you run it over here, you're at 57 and roughly 3/16, almost a quarter of an inch. So that quarter of an inch is a big deal. We want to tap that side back a little bit further.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Till we're at what?
57 and
3/4.
57 and 3/16. Go ahead and tap that guy back a little bit. Keep going. Okay, hold on. That looks, I'd go just a titch more. Okay, I like that right there. So I think we should weld that side, secure it, and then if we need to tap or pull this side, we can before we weld both sides.
Cover.
Okay. You can move a little faster, but not necessarily back. So on this, you want to move side to side a little faster, but not necessarily covering a lot of ground that way.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Okay. I think this one is going to hold strong enough now so that we can make sure both are kind of square. Staying at 57 and 3/16 on this side. We verified it one more time over here and we're the same. So he is good to put a really solidified tack there. Really, you could start setting a bead and working your way around that.
Okay. Cover.
Go out to the bar more, yep. Not on the big bar, the little bar. I'd probably kneel so you're kind of at eye level with it. Yep. Just don't let your arms and stuff swing underneath it so that you're not dripping, yep. Do you feel like you have a hard time stabilizing both your hands?
No.
Okay. Because sometimes I like to press my arm against something, like you push your arm against this, then it gives you some, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I like that, but
Okay.
do whatever feels comfortable.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Cover.
Welds are done, and when I asked Cody if he wanted to grind them, what did you say, Code?
I like the look of the weld by itself.
Why's that?
So I can be like, I did that.
Can you show your work? I like it too. That's gonna look pretty cool. Pretty fun. Okay, so now we gotta actually cut your bumper that we just welded in half.
Yeah.
So I got some new cutting discs. Let's get a new cutting disc.
Why do we need to cut it in half again?
Because your, we'll show it from on top and it'll be a good demonstration of it. I'll show you. So this is what we've got to fix, is this one straddles the bar perfectly. We can actually drill and set that guy, and I even got hardware for it already.
But this one doesn't.
But this one doesn't. If you drill right here, you will not even be sitting on bar. So that's where we've got to make up that, whatever, 3/4 to an inch difference here. So we'll cut this guy. I think we should cut it like dead center down the middle where we have this white line. And then we can determine how much we need to cut out.
I'm gonna switch from using the grinder to the Sawzall, because if this pinches, it can easily break the disc and it can also chuck it. But this only has a little back and forth motion, so it can't really, it's more safe.
Yep. It won't throw it. It won't blow apart. It'll just get bound in there and we'll have to readjust. But there's tension on this frame now where we've welded it, and that tension's got to go somewhere. Once you get it cut, it's going to go into that disc, and I've seen those explode big time. You're doing great, but if you don't put this against the object that you're trying to cut, you are absorbing some of your cutting motion. So you always want this to be resting against whatever you're cutting. So when you put it into place, like if you got it, yep, just like that, all the way down. And hold it steady and just push that guy against that bar. Yep. Now it'll cut. There you go. I think we've got things lined up really well when we pull everything together. It sets these connections over the center of the bar, which is really where we want to be. I think it's going to be good. So what do we want to do next?
Right now, we are going to cut off maybe 2 inches from here. No, maybe more. Like from here to here. And we're going to shove it in between here. So it has something to rest on.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, it'll be kind of like internal coupler.
just like this.
Yep,
Right here.
just like that.
Because this bar goes in about to like right there.
Yep. So I think that'll be better than just a plain butt weld there.
And it'll help straighten things out.
Yep.
So
Okay.
now we gotta cut this.
So you cut that piece, cut a little piece off? That's awesome. That's sweet. I would take your grinder. Well, maybe not. Maybe it'll be nice to have the burrs on it because it will help it kind of stuff in there hard and then fit over the other one. Can you feed it in there? There you go. There you go. Nice. Okay. Let me see. Hold up. Now move this axle forward. Drop it. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one.
Okay, come down.
Okay, push it down.
And in.
Oh, is it just not quite going into that other side? Don't put your fingers in there. There we go. Yeah, baby. Okay, let's look before we seal this up. Because it is going to be a Bearcat to adjust this later.
Oh.
Do you feel like we need more?
You might. I don't know.
Like we need to cut more out?
Maybe. I haven't checked. Another side. And that does look pretty good.
I mean, that's pretty good, Code. That looks pretty good. Let's see.
Make sure this thing is like straight compared to.
Yeah, so I got a good idea for that as well. I think we need to take the sprockets off.
Yeah.
And because they're in the way of both of these things planing out. So I think we need to take the sprockets off and the tires off just so the axle's bare. And let's go from there. Let's grab the socket set and start pulling those guys off. You see what I squared up, Code?
Yes.
So this is our straight line on these pieces. Yep, it's going to mount the
lining up
same.
44.5.
On this side.
Perfect.
Yep. And we'll come over to this side. And we are at
44.5.
That's pretty dang good. I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, so I think what we should do is mark with the pen, center in these as much as possible. I've drilled pilots for you. This one's all the way through, so I've just started these. But what you got to keep in mind is
This isn't the right bit, is it?
we got to taper up. You got to start small. This is a pilot hole, and then we'll work our way up.
All right.
But when you drill these, going through the first part is easy because you're right on top of your mark. But your second mark, if you're slightly off, your bolt's going to tip forward. And it's not as strong. So you got to really be careful to get through. And then once you're through to the next part, make sure you're really aligned and then punch through again, okay?
We had to do that on shop class today.
Nice. Good job. Okay, one more. There you go. Oh, baby.
Heavier now.
That's way heavier.
It's because of that axle.
Look at that lift that thing's got in the rear end. That's amazing.
Longer.
Here, hop in. Hey, go just steer for a second. Oh, amazing. Hey, turn the other way. Yeah, pushing the tires like that.
It's not.
Yeah? Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
1 human horsepower. Great.
Gravity was working for you. That's good.
It's a lot smoother. Like
Is it?
other kart, I feel like this would be a little more bumpier, but it felt smoother.
Nice. Well, you do have a little more impact. Maybe the wheels are a little softer.
They're wider.
Yeah. I mean, it's
A
still
lot wider. Like this is half my tire was.
easy. Yeah, they're double the width. And the front's not even done yet,
The front
so
isn't even done yet.
that's pretty awesome.
That's gonna be another video.
Okay. Well,
Still wanna be hot.
you guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.